Chapter 3. The desert that betrayed an empire. The dust of retreat hadn't even settled before the desert turned against Saladin. His men, tired, scattered, wounded, pulled back fast, expecting to regroup just beyond the ridge. But the desert doesn't care about numbers. It doesn't care about rank. It only cares about who is prepared, and who isn't. As Saladin's army fell back, the sun sharpened overhead like a blade. The heat didn't feel natural. It pressed down, heavy and choking, turning armor into ovens and throats into sandpaper. Men began to stumble. Some tore off their helmets. Some dropped their shields just to breathe. And that's when the real danger appeared. Not knights, not infantry, not Baldwin. It was thirst. Saladin's supply train, waterskins, food, tents, was trapped behind the ridge the moment his army collapsed inward. The narrow terrain had cut the caravan off. In the chaos, no one noticed. Now the entire army realized at once they had the desert ahead of them, and no water behind them. Imagine that moment. You look over your shoulder and see thousands of men not marching, but wilting, heat shimmering around them, sand curling under their feet, horse after horse collapsing from dehydration. Saladin reeled from the truth. Baldwin hadn't just won the charge. He had weaponized the terrain. He had turned nature into a second army. This is what shook Saladin to his core. Not the knights, not the cross, not the unexpected charge. It was the painful realization that he, Saladin, master of desert warfare, had been beaten in the desert by a teenager from a stone fortress. As his men pushed toward the fading horizon, the ground blurred into a mirage. Some soldiers broke formation and sprinted toward what they thought was water. It wasn't. Some tried to rally around standard bearers, but the banners drooped, the cloth heavy with sweat and dust. The desert swallowed discipline whole, and then the rumors started, whispers among the retreating men. They were angels. No human knights charge like that. The boy king fights with holy fire. The cross glowed. Did you see it? Fear spreads faster than arrows. Even Saladin heard the whispers. He didn't believe them, but he didn't silence them either, because part of him, a small quiet part he would never admit, wondered if the boy's courage had somehow bent fate. As the sun dipped lower, the horizon flickered. Not a mirage. Movement. Crusader scouts, small groups, shadowing the retreat, pushing the army deeper into dehydration, not attacking, just watching. A psychological knife. Saladin tightened his reins. Knew now, this battle wasn't lost on the field. It was lost in the hours that followed, when exhaustion and fear shattered an army of tens of thousands. Now let me ask you something, bro. If you were in Saladin's position, would you have kept retreating into the desert, or turned and tried one last stand?